right, so we are going to talk about the slope of a graph. So let's first define what slope is. So slope is the rate of change between 2 points on a line. Okay, so it's the rate of change between 2 points on a line. Okay, so to find the slope of a line, we find the ratio, aka a fraction of the change in the y, which we will say the rise, and compare it to the change in the x, which is the same thing as run. And that'll make sense in a couple seconds. Okay, so again, our slope is the rate of change in your y values over the rate change in your x values, aka rise over run. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so get that information down and then we're going to keep on going. So type of slopes. The type of slopes are as follows. We have a positive slope. So positive means to go up and right. So we go from here, we go up and to the right. So positive is up and right. Negative is down and left. So normally we would go down and left. A zero slope. A zero slope is when your rise is 0. Your rise is 0, but your run is a number, and that is horizontal. So that goes across. Undefined is vertical. Vertical. And it's when your rise is a number, but your run is 0. So you're not going anywhere left or right, you're just going up and down. Okay, so those are the 4 types of slopes. And getting those 4 types down will be really helpful for when we start talking about finding the slope and all that stuff, which we're going to do in a second. Okay, so we want to find the slope of each line. So what that means is we're going to go from one dot to the next. Okay, so we're going from this dot to this dot. And we do that simply by counting the boxes. We go rise first, so we go rise over run. So we go up. How many boxes did we go up? We went up 1, 2, 3. So our rise is 3. And our run is over to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the left, 4. But left is negative. So since it's left, we're going to go -4. So then our slope is 3, -4. Okay, let's do that one more time together. So we're going from one point to the other. We count the boxes. We go rise first and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we run 1, 2. So we go rise over run, 6 over 2. And then we want to simplify that. 6 over 2 simplifies to 3 over 1, or just 3. Okay, so I want you to pause and try this third example on your own. All right, so hopefully you got that you rose 2 and you ran 4 to the left, so it's negative. And then we simplify that to -1/2. Okay, so then let's look at example 2. We're already given the slope, and now we want to plot the next points. So what's really important about this part where we want to plot all the points is we want to plot as many points as possible. Okay, we're hoping to try for at least 4 points on each graph. Now, sometimes we won't be able to do that, and that's okay. So we want to plot as many as possible. Okay, so let's start with the first example, 1/2, right? So let's start there, the first example. Okay, so we want to plot as many points as we can. So we do rise over run, right? So we rise 1, we run 2, and we plot the point. And we keep on going. We rise 1, run 2. And I know I went up and to the right because they were both positive. Since we can't go up and to the right anymore, now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to go down 1 and run backwards 2. We're going to go down 1, run backwards 2. Down 1, run backwards 2. So we're just counting the boxes. Now you see how it's kind of like a ladder? You can erase, oh, I'm erasing all of my points. Okay. You can erase those because we don't really want it to look like a ladder. We want it to look like a line when it's done. Looking at this next example, it just says 3. What do we know about whole numbers that's true? How do we write a whole number as a fraction? We put it over 1. So that means our rise is 3 and our run is 1. We're going to count up 3 over 1, put a point, up 3 over 1, put a point, up 3 over 1, put a point. Again, I can't go up and to the right, so I'm going to go down 3, left 1. All right, if you don't need the step, oh, I keep on erasing it. If you don't need to do the step ladders, don't feel like you have to. I just do them so you could see, follow my work, okay? I want you to pause and try this next one. Pause and try this. All right, so you should have been able to get 3 points on there. So again, we're trying for 4, but we may not be able to get that many because our graph simply isn't big enough. So if your points aren't in the same spot mine are, do them there. Undefined. Remember, that means that our rise is some number and our run is 0. So that means we're not going left or right. That means we're just rising. So that means we're just rising because it's a vertical line. Okay. All right. We'll do a lot of practice, so just make sure you ask for help.